Hi, good morning everyone. I am Elsa Oshanya from DNR College, MCA department. The subject name is Big Data Analytics. Already we discussed first unit topics in the last previous videos, and now we are going to discuss about the second unit topics. In this second unit, the unit is about Hadoop, the definition and history, and what are the components of Hadoop discussed in this second unit. So see the topics in second unit. First one is about introduction to Hadoop. In that first we are going to learn about Hadoop definition. So means what is meant by Hadoop. Next, understanding distributed systems and Hadoop. About distributed systems and also Hadoop. Next, Hadoop comparison of SQL databases and Hadoop. In this the main topic is map reduce. What do you mean by mapping and what do you mean by reducing, we will learn in this second unit. And also counting words with Hadoop and history of Hadoop. Next, building blocks of Hadoop. These five are building blocks of Hadoop: name node, data node, secondary name node, job tracker and task tracker are the building blocks of Hadoop. Next, second subpart is about HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System. In the first subpart we will learn about Hadoop, and the second subpart we are going to learn about HDFS. HDFS means Hadoop Distributed File System. So in this anatomy of MapReduce and also reading and writing the Hadoop Distributed File System, design of HDFS, HDFS concepts, command line interface, Hadoop file system, Java interface, data flow, parallelly copying with DHTCP, Hadoop archives. So these are the second subpart topics. So in this the important questions or the main frequently asked questions are about MapReduce and also word count. These two are important. And the second, coming to the second, the history and also the building blocks of Hadoop are more important. So in that first part, so coming to the second part, we are going to, that means design of HDFS and an anatomy of MapReduce program. These are the frequently asked questions. So in this, the first part is about Hadoop. So what do you mean by Hadoop? So it is a definition of Hadoop. Hadoop is a open source framework for writing and running distributed applications that process large amounts of data. That means open source. So first of all, what do you mean by open source? Open source refers to a program in which the code is available to general public for use. Open source means it is free for everyone to use. And next, writing and running distributed applications. Distributed means software that runs on multiple computers within a network at the same time. So Hadoop is a tool, and writing MapReduce programs will use this Hadoop tool. And coming to the definition, it is a open source framework. Open source means the code is available to general public for use. So that is meant by open source, refers to program in which the code is available to general purpose for use. And next, in this, distributed applications. Distributed applications means it is a software that runs on multiple computers within a network at the same time, and also it processes large amount of data. That is the definition of Hadoop. And next, distributed computing is a wide and varied field, but the key distinction of Hadoop are, so these are the 4 points about Hadoop. First, it is accessible. Accessible means Hadoop runs on large cluster of commodity machines or on cloud computing services such as Amazon's Elastic Compute Cloud. See EC2, that means already in this fifth sem you are going to learn about cloud computing. So these are the cloud computing services. Amazon's Elastic Compute Cloud is a name of cloud computing service. That means cloud computing provides a service that name is Amazon's Elastic Compute Cloud. So that is accessible. Hadoop runs on large cluster. Cluster means grouping of similar data items is known as cluster. So that is accessible. So coming to the next point, it is robust. Robust means strong. Robust means strong because it is intended to run on commodity hardware. Hadoop is architected with the assumption of frequent hardware malfunctions. It can gracefully handle most such failures. See here, robust means meaning is strong. So in the definition, what do you learned about Hadoop? It is a open source framework. That means uh, that code will run or available to general public for use. And next, commodity hardware. Commodity hardware means, see, for your laptops or systems, configuration should be minimum. So if configuration is minimum means uh, any software can run in that software. So the designed software must be able to run in any software systems or laptops or the systems. That is configuration. So in that, the commodity hardware is a word which is related to simple. That means any software or any application can run in that system or laptop. That is known as hardware, commodity hardware. So that is robust. So first one is about accessible, robust, and next scalable. Scalable means ability or able to change in size. Hadoop scales linearly to handle large data by adding more nodes to the cluster. See, this Hadoop is related to big data, right? So in the definition of big data, what do you want? It is large amount of data. So uh, Hadoop scales linear to handle large data. Hadoop handles large amount of data. How it will handle large amount of data? By adding more nodes to the cluster. Cluster means grouping of similar data items. So that is scalable. Next one is simple. Hadoop allows users to quickly write efficient parallel code. See, the code will be understandable to the users. So that is parallel, efficient parallel code means the coding is easily understood by the users. That is simple. So next, the following figure illustrates how one interact with Hadoop cluster. See the diagram. So here 3 clients are there and those 3 clients are connected to Hadoop cluster. See, cluster means grouping of similar items. So here 3, 3, 6, total 9 nodes are there. So these 9 nodes are connected to 3 different clients. So this is the diagram, how one interacts with Hadoop cluster. So this is how the clients interact with Hadoop. So next one is about understanding distributed systems. See here, understanding distributed systems. So there is small difference between Hadoop and distributed systems. See here, a lot of low-end commodity machines tied together as a single functional known as distributed system. A high-end machine with 4 input channels, each having a throughput of 100 MB per second, will require 3 hours to read a 4 terabyte dataset. With Hadoop, this same dataset will be divided into smaller blocks that are spread among many machines in the cluster via the Hadoop distributed file system. See here, in the diagram there are 9 nodes. So if any work or a problem is given to Hadoop cluster, what it will do means, it will divide that work into parts. That means here 9 nodes are there. So for 9 nodes, each node is assigned a work. That means if large amount of data is there and that amount of data is divided into those nodes, so that is known as Hadoop distributed file system. Distributed means the work is divided among themselves. So that is known as Hadoop cluster. So whereas for distributed systems, what do you mean by distributed system? low end commodity machines tied together as single functional. Single functional means, single means one, that work is done by only single person or single cluster, that is known as distributed systems. Whereas for Hadoop cluster, if a work is given, that means here, see here, will require 3 hours to read 4 terabytes data set for distributed systems. Whereas for with Hadoop, the same data is divided into smaller blocks that spread among many machines in the cluster via the Hadoop distributed file system. With a modest degree of replication, the cluster machines can read the dataset in parallel and provide much higher throughput. See here, what is the difference between distributed systems and Hadoop is given. See, for example, here what is taken means, the data is about 4 terabytes data. 4 terabytes data. For distributed systems, that 4 terabytes data will, to read that 4 terabytes data, it will take so much of time for distributed systems. Whereas for Hadoop, it takes less amount of time, because that 4 terabytes data is divided into or distributed to Hadoop cluster. Hadoop cluster. That means here, for example, here 9 nodes are there. For 9 nodes, that data is divided, and for the same parallel, the data will be read. So here time is saved, and also the work is, or the data is divided among those nodes. That is the difference between distributed systems and Hadoop. So next one is about comparing SQL databases and Hadoop. So before session we read about distributed system and Hadoop. Now SQL databases and Hadoop. SQL means structured query language. So already you know about DBMS, database management system. In that SQLs will read. So SQL means structured query language. Why it is designed for structured data. So whereas for Hadoop, already we learnt that characteristics of big data, variety means structured, semi-structured and unstructured data will be there for Hadoop. Whereas for SQL, only structured data will be there. That is the first difference between SQL and Hadoop. So in this, what is the first point is about scale out instead of scale up. Scale out instead of scale up. See, scaling commercial relation database is expensive. Their design is friendlier to scaling up. To run a bigger database, we need to buy a bigger machine, which is expensive. Unfortunately, at some point, there won't be a big enough machine available for the larger data sets. Hadoop is designed to be scale out architecture, operating on a cluster of commodity PC machines. Adding more resources means adding more machines to the Hadoop cluster. A Hadoop cluster with 10 to hundreds of commodity machines is standard. In fact, other than for development purpose, there is no reason to run Hadoop on a single server. See here, what do you mean by scale out instead of scale up means? See, already the definition of Hadoop is a open source and also commodity hardware. So here, big SQL databases requires only some amount of data. So to run SQL, it is very easy to run in any machine, that means in any system. But here it is said that Hadoop is designed to be scale out architecture, because to run or to store large amount of data, we need cluster of commodity PC machines. So that means here Hadoop is scale out architecture and SQL databases is scale up architecture, because here SQL needs only small, it is only a structured data it will contain. So only some space is required for SQL, but whereas for Hadoop, only large amount of data means it requires more amount of or more size, memory size to store that data. So this is the point. Hadoop is designed for only scale out architecture, whereas for SQL it is scale up. So whereas for the second point, key value pairs instead of relational tables. See here in databases, how we'll write a query using SQL. That means we want to create a table, and after creating a table we'll insert the information in that table. So that is about relational tables. Whereas for Hadoop we'll write key value pairs. So in the first unit we learnt about maps. In that maps example, I already told you about key value pairs. So there what we took as an example, favorite colors and names. So we took 4 names, and for that 4 people or the 4 names which is a favorite color is written in values. So key value pairs. Hadoop is written, or Hadoop takes key value pairs, whereas SQL relational tables. This is your second point. Third point is about functional programming instead of declarative queries. See, in SQL the name itself declares structural query language. So in SQL we'll write declarative queries, whereas for Hadoop we'll write map reduce. That is known as functional programming also. So functional programming is also known as map reduce. So why we'll use this Hadoop means to write a map reduce program, or to run map reduce program will require Hadoop. So next, fourth one is about offline batch processing instead of online transactions. So here offline batch processing instead of online transactions. Hadoop is designed for offline processing and analysis of large scale data. It does not work for random reading and writing of few records, which is the type of load for online transaction processing. In fact, Hadoop is best used right ones. See here, online transaction means here in SQL, if we want to take a particular employee details, we can write a query and we can extract from the table. That is also known as here online transaction. Whereas for Hadoop, it does not like that. Offline batch processing. Online means here if we create a table, and in that table if we write the employee details, we can extract any one or any employee details. That is known as here random. But whereas for Hadoop, it does not maintain random reading and writing of records. So here that is offline batch processing instead of online transactions. So these are the 4 points about SQL databases and Hadoop. So first one is scale out instead of scale up. Second one, key value pairs instead of relational data tables. Third one is functional programming, that means map reduce instead of declarative queries. Fourth one is offline batch processing instead of online transactions. So next concept here is understanding map reduce. Map reduce, what do you mean by map reduce? Here two names are there, mappers and reducers. Mappers and reducers. So first see the definition. Map reduce is a data processing model. The main advantage is easy scaling of data processing over multiple computing nodes. Under the map reduce model, the data processing primitives are called mappers and reducers. Decomposing a data processing application into mappers and reducers is sometimes non-trivial. See here, example is given. To count the number of times each word occurs in a set of documents. Example, do as I say, not as I do. See, this is a word. Do as I say, not as I do. So in that we want to count. This is also known as word count. See here, word count means in that sentence as occurs 2 times. So do occurs 2 times, I 2 times, not only 1 time, say and also only 1 time. So this is word count. So if any sentence is given and in that sentence the word is how many times repeated is known as count. So in that example, as, if we take as word, that is repeated 2 times. So the count here is 2. So how it will came? Using the coding, using coding. So MapReduce program coding. How this coding will run? Using Hadoop. See the code. When the set of documents is small, a straight program will do the job, and pseudocode. Here the pseudocode is given. What is that pseudocode? Define word count as multiset. For each document in document set, T equal to tokenized document. For each token in T, word count token plus plus. Display word count. So this is the pseudocode for word count program. And also MapReduce. So this is the for small, only I took only small sentence. So for that small sentence, this is the pseudocode for word count. So if we take a paragraph, in that paragraph what we'll do means, that paragraph, if we take two paragraphs and that two paragraphs is divided into two parts, means first paragraph is one part and the second paragraph is second part. So for each paragraph we'll write the word count. So first phase and the second phase. First phase means first paragraph, second phase means second paragraph. So for the first phase, that means first paragraph, we'll write the word count. So same pseudocode. So next, what this see this one. So first same pseudocode is written, but last display word count, in the place of display word count we'll write send to second phase. That means for second paragraph. So what it will do in that second paragraph, what the words are repeated is counted and final output will be given. So this is when it will use for only large data sets. If we want to do word count for large data sets, we want to divide that into phases, first phase and second phase. So this is overall process about Hadoop and also word count. See, in this video what we learned about Hadoop definition. So Hadoop is a open source framework, that is, and next, what are the key distinctions of Hadoop? Accessible, robust, scalable and simple. And what is the next topic? Understanding about distributed system and Hadoop. Third one is SQL databases and Hadoop. So in these 4 points, scale out instead of scale up, key value pairs instead of relational tables, functional programming instead of declarative queries, offline batch processing instead of online transactions. So next topic is about understanding MapReduce. MapReduce means mappers and reducers. For data processing primitives are mappers and reducers. And if we take a single sentence and if we want to count the word repetition, we'll write the pseudocode for that word count. If we want to do that word count for larger data sets, we want to divide that into phases. So we'll continue the next topic in the next video. Thank you.